Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to the Halloween season of 2023 here on the channel. I don't have a fancy name for it or anything of the sort. We're just going straight into it. You may have seen the ending of Paper Mario in the last one, and we're hopping straight into the Halloween stuff for this month. And I figured for Halloween this year, I mean, there was Bloodstained Ritual at Night that I did last year. And I did mention wanting to do Castlevania, maybe something of the sort, but yeah, some things at the last second kind of sort of came up, and just some things were happening, and I couldn't. Paper Mario ran a little longer than I expected, along with some other things, and yeah, this was a great. I think feel like this was a good game to do. Played it for a little bit, could not could not put it down for anything. So we're gonna start a new game here. Basically, it's a roguelike action game mixed with different elements. Oh boy. A lamb being led to the slaughter. A game by Massive Monster. This game has different elements to it. It is, like I mentioned, it's roguelike action, but there's a lot more to it. I feel like a mix of Animal Crossing is in play as well because of certain items that would have to be taken care of here. But first, let's continue with the story real quick, the intro. Now we work mysteriously forward. Now you have to choose between yes and absolutely. We're gonna go absolutely. Now we are into some action of the game here. Y is to attack and B is to dodge roll as such. If you played a roguelike game before, like Hades, Rogue Legacies, games like that, if you've seen it once, you've seen them all. But as I mentioned, there were additional elements, and I mentioned Animal Crossing, and there is some, Animal Crossing elements in the fact that you do have to feed, you do have to, to avoid damage, destroy the bones. Sweet. Alrighty, so now we're just going to make our way towards the final area. We just got to chop this down a bit here. And Now we have to continue our way through the section. Basically, that room you'll see from time to time with different symbols right there. That one you saw the symbol of a sword, which basically means just action rooms. So you just go through basically a bunch of rooms at once. And Ratal, fear not, for I am Ratal. I was once a chosen vessel like you, but those days are lost to the winds. I was sent to guide you. We are deep in the lands of the old faith and in grave danger. My instructions are to lead you to safety. Continue to the woods. Escape lies ahead. I will be close by. So yeah, I'm playing this on the Nintendo Switch, of course. It is available on all platforms, PS4, Xbox, Steam, all that fun shit. I'm playing this on the Switch, which probably has some stutter because of everything that's being processed at the same time. Plus the fact that my Switch is still working from day one. So it could be some age on that shit too. But you saw there, once you kill a room full of enemies, we're going to open up our inventory using the minus button here. We have currency. Coin. The lust for gold is all consuming of one's hearts. Currency used for all of that. Now we have the lamb, Crusader's blade, Star War companion. We have the stats here that allows 1.1 damage with the speed of 1. We have the fleece here, which is a noble guard, fifth believer cult. No bonuses, but you can go collect more fleeces later on. We'll explain that when we get there. Tarot cards. Right now, we don't have anything where any active relic effects. That will be. I will explain that later on as well. But we're gonna go through the dungeon here and just make our way through the wooded section at first. You have to go through each and every single enemies. Normally, you do have a health bar and stuff like that, but since this is the beginning of the game, it's just going to take a second for, well, I mean, like, you can probably take as many hits as you would like, but eventually, you will have to go through these dungeons and, you know, you have a health bar, you'll be able to take damage, all that fun stuff. Right now, we're just trying to escape. Ow! See, like, that probably would have been like half a heart's worth of damage right there. But yeah, this game, with the fighting style, with the gameplay style of like Hades or something like that, with the art style of Adventure Time, which are also, and this all game kind of reminds me with these animal critters. It reminds me of the woodland critters from South Park, and it's like that's all blended together in the game. You get a piece of land soon. You have to go on side missions to help some people to, you know. You pretty much, you know, gang your followers, gang your cults, do all that stuff. You're essentially, this lamb is essentially going to be the leader of everything. But we're going to see just momentarily how we're going to be able to grow our cult. A couple more coinage. Now we go through the door here into the next section. You see this map? Right now, it's just, it has a picture of a person on it. That means it's a follower room, meaning you have to either go through a wave of enemies at first, like in this case. We have nearly reached safety, but look ahead, another poor soul about to be sacrificed. Rescue them and they will have no choice but to join your new cult. Almighty Bishop of the Old Faith, we ask that you accept the sacrifice of this wretched soul. Hey, who interrupts our ritual and trespasses on sacred ground? I do, motherfuckers! Let's go! We're going to save ourselves a deer here. Oh, nope, more enemies came into play. Yeah, I'm just mashing, just giving no fucks right now. But you're going to have to start giving fucks if you want to get far in this game. Hold down the button. You will traverse back to your culted land. Follower waits indoctrination. So we're getting there. Basically, just people that you collect along the way. There's really no items here. The reason why I'm doing that is because once you get into things later on, materials and resources will come out of certain items like stone, timber, grass, all that fun stuff. We have reached safety. You have done well. The red crown will allow you to use those markings on the ground to transport yourself great distances. It will take you to a temple that's fallen to ruin. There you'll be able to begin your new cult. I will meet you there. Yeah, so this symbol, also known as a pentagram. Man, let me tell you something. If this was like 30, 40 years ago, this game would not be available on any market whatsoever, at least here in the U.S. But, yeah, I mean, it's a lot, obviously a lot of, you know, there you go, clans of non-believers, heretics defeated. Went through 4 separate areas, took us about 4.5 minutes with 33 kills on that. And we've made our way to the cult. Now, You can select a difficulty level at this point. You can change the difficulty at any point. Recommended for moderate players looking for a well-rounded experience. Developer recommended, of course, being medium. You can choose between easy, hard, and extra hard. Recommended for players with a death wish. Let's just go ahead and keep it medium. Developer recommended because, there we go, Heretic Division activated. This hallowed ground, which once was mine, is now yours. This crumbling ruin is to be the site of your new cult. We have much to do. We begin by indoctrinating this poor soul into the warm embrace of your cult. Followers can gather resources for you. Order this one to collect lumber or stone. Each follower that you will rescue along the journey while you're doing the action portion comes over here, and then you come at the very end when you complete the section or you are killed during your adventure, they will pop up in this area here. Please spare me. Now, you can choose to change your followers' names, their appearance. You can choose their form if you would like. So it doesn't necessarily have to be an antler boy. It can just be, okay, well, we have to unlock him. You unlock him as you go along. But you can just, you know, DLC and stuff like that. These are different DLC forms that you have. I got the Heretic Edition for $25, which was the same as the base, as the price of the base game. So added shit for free, not bad. But let's go ahead. We can change it to a fox for now. You can actually randomize a name as well. So, well, we're gonna name him Fitty. So it's randomize. Except now these traits. Each different followers will have a specific set of traits which you can learn right here. Cropophiliac gains 10 faith when you're falling ill. 15% harder to level up because he is cynical. And Faithless generates devotion 15% slower. Nothing you can do to change it. That's just how their personalities are, how they work, and so on and so forth. So now we can interact with him. We can order him to chop trees or collect stone. So we're just going to put him to chop trees for right now. By your hand, our cult will grow powerful, but your followers cannot live on prayer alone. They must eat. Gather the necessary resources and build a cooking fire. It will allow you to prepare meals for your followers. Yeah, you may be a cult leader, but you got some responsibilities to make sure that your cult followers stay alive. So now I need to collect lumber and stone. So what I need to do now is just basically go to one of these, press, hold down the A button. If you want to keep going in order to mine, press A to chop the trees down. So you can see our progress on the right hand side of the screen. Our buddy down there, wait, nope, he got the wood already, so let me just get the stone. Done. So now we must build the cooking fire, which we must use during using our build tool over here. Reminds me of the like the DIY, the workbenches from Animal Crossing. And you can see here now that we got the recipe for the cooking fire. Let's go ahead and place this somewhere. Now we can move this later on. Flip left to right. Yeah. Let's go ahead and place you over here for now. Yeah. So now we have to go over and build it. Beautiful. Now we have to eat with gladness. So to collect berries, have to collect 6 of them with these berry bushes. So you can, whoops, that's the B button. I did not mean to dodge roll that. But yeah, so basically you hold down the button once again. Resources, you can see here that we got a berry bush seed. Fine, I'll collect the damn stone. And let's just do one more for good measure. Alright, so we got that. Let's go ahead now take this cooking material here. And let's go ahead and cook. What you have to do first is you have to push the A button to accept it. And then you have to press X, in the case of the Nintendo Switch, to begin the cooking process. How do you know when you cooked it successfully? You have to get that line in the green area. If you get it in the red, it comes out as burnt food, and it can bring down the hygiene levels, which we'll explain in a second. And, of course, it's not basically used for consumption. Now we must build a shrine, but first we will need more followers and more gold, both of which can be found when crusading through the lands of the Old Faith. Our mutual benefactor, the one who waits, has been trapped by the 4 bishops of the Old Faith. Each of them guards a chain that binds them to the realm beyond. You know, Old Faith, they look ugly as shit. We have conjured openings to their realms, so it is your task to track them down and slay them so that he may be freed. Now go! There you shall find gold and willing recruits, and for those who are not willing, convert them by force. Opens up the pathway, so now we have to basically start our section where we return to the lands of the old faith, return with more gold, and return with more followers. Ladies and gentlemen, the first of many areas. You have 4 doors here that you have to open, and they only open after you obtain a certain number of followers. In this case, for Darkwood, we got 1 follower here, but for the other doors, I need 9 followers for Anchor Deep, 7 followers for Anura, and 12 for Silk Cradle. And then once you beat all the guys here, this final door opens for the one who waits. Not there yet on my main file, but I'll hopefully be getting there soon. Here godly blood was spilled. Here the death no longer wished to wait. Ooh. Alright, but now that we got the 1 follower, let's go ahead and open up. Yeah, it's a ritual each time. So now let's go in. Darkwood. And here we are. Crusader's Blade 1, a well-balanced blade dealing moderate damage. So now that we have that, we can break these resources in here to gather items. See, on the left-hand side, when you collect stuff, 2 grass, 3 grass, 4 grass, 2 meats. That's going to be important resources. So my recommendation when you go through this action section here, when you go through the lands of the old faith, defeating enemies along the way, that you basically break through the glass or the grass, bust their ass, break them all, break everything really. That way you can gather more resources and have more, because again, the more followers you have, the more you have to end up using. It can drain real fast if you don't know how to time manage properly. That's what a good chunk of this game is, between the action elements, because it's not just like a RPG or a rogue game where you just keep fighting and fighting no matter what. So you have extra elements that will basically keep you busy and help you with time management. I took half a heart of damage from that one. Did not dodge in time. But a lot of time management is key in this one, because not only you have to worry about the action stages, but you also have to worry about your cult too. Praise the Lamb, conduit to great power. Promise liberator, the one that waits below. So the card showed me once, many lifetimes ago, or has that yet to be? I have always drawn your cards, Lamb, and yet this is the first. Take these cards, and I will draw another each time we meet. When drawn by me, they will grant you power. We can choose right now between 2 tarot cards. The Lover's 1, which basically grants you 1 blue heart, or a Shield of Faith. Take refuge devotion. When attack, 10% chance of negating damage, meaning you won't take it. There's a 10% chance you won't take the hit, but I'm a health guy. I'll take the heart. Your deck decides your fate. You may find more upon your crusades, and I will draw from them. Look upon it now. There are 43 tarot cards that you can unlock. Sometimes you get it, in this case, in the first step, you get, I think, like 17 from the tarot card reader. Well, anything like that. Then you can get more later on when you complete side quests, side missions, or if you just happen to find them along the way. We cannot argue with the draw. One might as well argue with the ocean. Whatever card you are dealt with is the card you have to keep. They gave you a choice at first, but I'm not sure. I think something was something like when it's dealt, or I'm thinking something later on. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. But it gets to a point where you can have up to 4 tarot cards, and of course the tarot cards have different effects on you. I gotta start paying attention because I have to go through all these rooms. Uh-oh. Oof. That is Leshy. She, the main boss of the Darkwood area chamber. Oof. Then you gotta be. Ah, shit. I hate these flying fucking things. But yeah, you saw like red. These were lit up red in the beginning. Basically, they're environmental hazards, and there's going to be plenty of those along the way. The more you play, the further you get along. For right now, these ones here, if you walk on it, it'll take about a second or two for it to activate the spike. But when it does, you know, you can take damage from that. And blueprints. Acquire the crown fountain, a softly weeping fountain. Basically, you also collect blueprints for decorations and everything. You can collect blueprints for follower changes, makeup, how they look, animals, and all that stuff. So we got one of 27 in the general decorations right now, but there is a lot of collectibles in this game. So if you're going for 100%, you're probably going to be at this for a bit. Now, we're back in this section here, and we can choose one of 3 pathways. You cannot just go through a pathway, come back, and then choose the other one as you will. You can see as by the line, you have to continue taking that path, so you have to think, what do you want? In this case, do we need stone? Because that's a picture of a rock, you get more stone. Lumber, you get more lumber throughout your adventures. Or fruits and vegetables, and it is random on what it could be. So pick one or the other, whichever one you want. I'm going to go with the fruit and vegetables. But from here, and in this case, you just chop, 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 and you collect everything along the way. You'll get berries. You'll also get the seeds for it as well, which you can use to plants for it to grow, but that's more for later on. When you're trying to build your cult and everything of the sort. I do have a file. See, I can't go down or anything like that. And I can't go to any of the others here. So now I have to go through here. Skull and crossbones. This is the boss area. Now, in order to reach the main baddie of each area, you have to go through this 5 times total. Basically, the first set of stages that you have to go through in the Rogue Dungeon. Then you had the pathway, which you just took just now, and then finally this last set. Get through all 3, you get to the boss of of that particular stage, and defeat it. And well, I'll show you in just a second once we get there. But like I said, it is possible to die along the way, so we have to be careful that we don't get martyred in the process, because that's what happens when you die. That's what shows up, martyred. Which I'm sure you'll see during this LP. Now, because this is a roguelike adventure game, obviously you have to play for a long time to build up your power, build up your strength of your weapons, so on and so forth. And you have to take time to collect resources and make sure you're stocking up and all that stuff. So this can easily be like 20, 30 hours plus, depending on what you're doing. So I think, and I'm not going to get through all 20 hours in this entire month of Halloween. Let's just get that out of the way right now. This could, well, before we get to that, we got ourselves a Crusader's Blade 2, a well-balanced blade dealing a amount of damage, but as you can see, the damage peaks up just a little bit, which makes it better than the first Crusader Blade number 1, 1.2 to 1.3. It may seem very, very minor and small, but you know what? It could make the difference between life and death. So there's that. But, damn, I forgot what I was talking about. Ah, well, we'll get to it when we get to it, but yeah, you have to go through 5 of these sections, get to the final area, defeat the boss. Oh, shit, I'm down to 1 heart. Not anymore, 1.5. Okay. Sometimes you can collect hearts from treasure chests along the way. You get tarot cards that will help gain additional, either like 1 extra health or 2 health or like a regen. Okay, that's the main boss area to here. You can see like by the upside, like that is the boss area at first. If we want, we can go down here, and I think we'll probably do that, although I'm probably going to have to focus just to make sure. Oh, no, another tarot card. Tell me, Lamb, do you believe destiny is immutable? Now we get to choose. Gift from below, a 10% chance of getting a heart when killing an enemy, or increased chance to spawn better chests. We're at the end here, about to fight the first boss, so I figured a heart would be more useful. And sometimes you may find extra hearts in here as well, so you just, that's why I want to chop off everything that you could. Yeah, okay, some grass. Just making sure. This is the first boss of the dungeon here. Amdusias. Fuck. Beautiful. First boss has been defeated, and now we can actually get a follower in the process. And followers wait indoctrination. So now that we defeated the first stage dungeon of the game, we can choose between 6 berry bush seeds, 15 berries, or 16 lumber. In this case, I think I'm gonna go for the lumber because that's gonna be more important for tool building than anything else. And of course, you get your extra gold and everything like that in the end. Just want to smack a little bit just to make sure we get some extra items here. And there you go. See how that filled up just a little bit? Each time you complete a dungeon or a stage dungeon set, it fills up little by little. And I think on the 5th run, when you complete it through, it opens up, and that is where you fight the main boss of the area. So now remember what I was going to say from earlier. This game takes a while to complete. There's no way I'm going to be able to do like 20 hours worth of gameplay for the number of times, the number of uploads that's going to happen this month. So in this case, for this game, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to either just start the Halloween stuff now and then save it a little bit for later, like I kind of done with the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Classic series. Probably do little chunks at a time with that until I beat the game. Or probably just wait for another time, do a bunch of, or probably just try to beat it if I can in one go, but I don't think that's probably going to be possible. Figure something out, but I'm not going to be done with this game when Halloween's over. I am relieved to see you made it safely and you have not returned alone. You have convinced more to join our faithful flock. Let us indoctrinate this new convert so that we may continue. Now it's Amdusias. He can change form and do all that stuff. I'm just gonna keep them. I'm just gonna keep them how they are, plain and simple. Now let's order you to collect some stones. Sweet. Follow us. We either work or worship. Worshipping followers generate devotion for you to collect. But to collect devotion, you require a shrine. Which means we have to come here now, thanks to all of this dark devil smoke, I guess. And now that we have ourselves a shrine, a place for your followers to pray, the shrine will hold the devotion they create. This structure is only built once. You're going to come across certain items that are like that, where you can only build it one time. But of course, the other ones, you can just put as many as you please. Have no choice where to put the shrine. It has to be straight in the middle, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and build a shrine. You see, you got the followers automatically coming over to help assist. And now they're going back to their jobs. Praise be, the followers can now worship you. Here is a new follower. Assign them to worship at the shrine. Then collect the devotion your followers generate at the shrine to unlock divine inspiration. Okay, so you're just pulling animals out your ass now? That's fine. Tybra. You know what? Your name can be Tyre. I don't like it. Now join my cult. I have too much fun with this game. I'm having too much fun with it. You know what the crazy part about all this is? I grew up as a pastor's kid as well. So you think like just seeing something like this, you know, Probably like damning it to all hell, but I'm here just like, oh, this is a really nice fun game. I've been playing this for some time, so now we have to collect inspiration from the shrine. There we go. Divine Inspiration unlock. So basically, when the Divine Inspiration fills up, you have to, you unlock new power-ups or new areas. Here you can see we can put, choose between a temple, sleeping bags, body pit. So we can place followers to sleep. Very unstable. Requires a temple though. Okay, so I can't really do anything else until we get the temple here. Basically, establish a temple to preach sermons and perform rituals. So let's go ahead and do that. And as you can see here, now we are up to 1 and 2 that we can. The next level will not unlock unless we have 4 for level 2, 10 for level 3, 20 for level 4, 25 for level 5. So let's go. Whoops. Let's go ahead and build that. Whoops. I need some stone. Okay, so I don't have enough yet. That is a big area of stone. Let's try something smaller, shall we? There we go. That fits a lot nicer. Beautiful. Whoops. Nope. Over here. Let's go ahead and build that temple. Now, let's place that temple. I guess it doesn't matter how I flip it. When a problem comes along, you must flip it. Okay. So much crap in a way. But okay, you know what? Let's just put you. Fine. Fuck you. I'll put you here for now. Jesus. Or lamb, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and build this temple. Come on, Fitty. We need you. Beautiful. The temple is the center of your cult. From there you will preach sermons to grow stronger, perform rituals to mold the fragile mind of your followers. You are responsible for maintaining the faith of your cult. If it falls too low, your followers will dissent against you and eventually leave. Your followers are ready to hear your word. Show them that you are their great leader. Preach a sermon from within your temple. Sweet. And now we have the faith-o-meter on the top left. Here's the church. Here's the altar. And now we got perform a sermon, drawing enemies from your followers to bolster the power of the red crown. You want to make sure you do this once a day, because the game goes by a time limit. Again, there's probably going to be a lot of things I'm going to have to explain. And looking at how much time has passed already, it's probably got to wait till the next one. But here we have Hearts of the Faithful, which permanently gains half a heart. So now that every time we go on a crusade, which is what the adventure mode, the action stages is called, once we go on a crusade, we get 3.5 hearts as opposed to 3 hearts. But you saw on the top left how that faith increased just a little bit. So you want to make sure that is high at all times. You are amazing to behold, a natural leader. I can see why you were chosen. If you are to guide your cult, you will need to declare doctrine so that they may obey you. Return to the lands of the old faith and seek out commandment stone fragments. With these, you'll be able to declare new doctrines. Our faith went up by 10, and now we have to go back to the lands of the old faith and find some commandment stone fragments. But I think for now, that is a good first episode to show you guys what this game is about. And from next time we come back, we'll continue on with the commandments, going through the lands of the old faith, get those commandment stones, continue with our adventure, and see where things lie from there. So until then, do like to thank you guys for watching. Hope you have yourselves a fantabulous day. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Good night.